Learn to live a little, Bradley whispered to Gabby. But Bray, this is wrong and you know it. Oh, come on, wrong or not, it's fun. It's not fun. Not to me anyways. I can't and won't do this. Gabby looked at him, desperately trying to change his mind, but to no avail. Fine, sweet yourself, Bradley said mockingly with an evil grin spreading across his face. I can't promise everything will go well with you if you don't cooperate. Gabby's face grew deathly pale, but she didn't back down. Without saying another word, she started to dart down the road. She had to get away from this life, no matter the cost. 4 years ago, she and Bradley became friends, and they did everything together. But lately, he's been acting strange. Although he spent most of his time at school and with her, he started needing more time to himself to run some special errands. Since his father died, he became a lid of the pranksters, which was a group of high school kids that did harmless pranks, like putting eggs in their teacher's coffee, or supergluing the chairs to the floor. But the last few weeks, they leveled it up a notch, actually doing stuff that hurt other people, posting photos of a random girl in the school and joking about her weight and bullying anyone outside of their group. Except for Gabby. Although she didn't want to be part of the group, Bradley wouldn't let them touch her. They were inseparable. Anybody do anything bad to her, he would personally see to it that they got it back, and 3 times with that. One day he approached her, glancing around as if to see that nobody was around. Hey Gabs, you want to do something fun tonight? Yeah, sure, what is it? I want you to be part of one of my special missions. Gabby started fidgeting with something in her locker, but without looking back at him, she asked again, What is it? Oh, won't you just trust me for once? I've trusted you like my whole life, Bray. You've just been... You know what? Never mind. Let's do it. Bradley's face turned red for a moment, but he managed to calm himself down as soon as he got his yes. Great. Pick you up at 7? Okay, anything I should know? Don't wear anything nice. It might tear or wrinkle. He winked at her, before smiling and turned around to walk to his next class. Gabby just frowned at him, picked up the book she was fidgeting with, and went to the library. That afternoon, she waited for him at the front door with t-shirts and jeans. He smiled at her and opened her door. You know, you've got my head spinning, right? Well, not for long. He climbed in on his side, drove to their favorite park, stopped in the parking lot, and turned to look at her. You know you are very special to me, right? I wouldn't share this mission with anyone else, but you. And even now, if I could have done it myself, I would have. Bradley, just spill already. All right. You know Mrs. Tomlin? Bradley, just spill already. Yeah, but Gabby, I need you to promise me that you won't tell anyone. Tell anyone what? Gabby asked, starting to get a bit frustrated. Bradley's countenance changed into something dangerous, scary even. Bray, what is going on? I need to see her son. But he is grounded, so could you distract her for me? Sure, but everything is okay? Yeah, don't worry about it. All right, I'll be watching you very closely, Mr. Secretive. He made a face at her and motioned for her to go. Gabby quickly thought of something she could talk to Mrs. Tomlin about and walked towards her front door. She knocked softly and waited. She could hear footsteps coming and then the tired, defeated voice of Mrs. Tomlin saying, No, Matt is still grounded, before she swung open the door. Oh, hi, Gabby. Sorry. Thought it was another of Matt's friends trying to rescue him from his prison cell. Oh no, but that sounds interesting. Why is he even grounded? Well, he spent too much time away from learning and flunked his math test, so it just to summer break, you know, or till exams are over. Oh, I see. But is there something I can help you with? It's not often that one of the Cadence family's girls show up at my doorstep. Well, yes. I was wondering if you could help me. I have this idea for my final project, and I just need a recommendation of what paint to use on this specific canvas. Polycotton. It is my favorite canvas to work with, and I usually like painting with Winston & Newton because it dries faster. Thank you, Mrs. Tomlin. My pleasure, but why did you have to make a house visit? As a text would have been just as well. I guessed a few minutes with my favorite teacher wouldn't hurt. Mrs. Tomlin cracked a smile, happy to be appreciated. Gabby smiled back at her, and after saying goodbye, she made her way over the street and park to where Braden's car stood, her conscious nod at her. Although Caroline was her favorite teacher and she did want to find out what paint to use, she knew that wasn't why she popped in. What could Braden be hiding? I hope I'm not about to be part of something illegal. Just before she could worry about that any further, Braden jumped into his car, out of breath. Hey, you okay? Yeah, you gave me just enough time to get what I wanted, but you forgot to add some time for me to get away, he said mockingly. Well, maybe if you have told me how long you needed, I could have arranged for that, huh? She laughed. Bradley laughed too, but then an awkward silence fell. He was the first to speak. I'm sorry for having to hide this from you. You know I hate doing this. Considering how long we've been friends, I guess so. But I just hope you're not about to get me into trouble, she said teasingly, but with a hint of doubt in her voice. Nah, no worries. And when the time is right, I will tell you. I know, but I still hate what you guys did to Tina. I told you I wasn't a part of that. Yeah, but you've been acting different, Bray, and it scares me. His face turned red. Look, Gabby, I'm not in the mood for this right now. He snapped at her, stepped on the gas, and sped away. They drove to their home without a word further, and she climbed out. I'm sorry, Gabby said before slamming the door shut and walking to her front door. Before she reached it, Bradley called out to her. No, Gabby, I'm sorry. Thanks for your help tonight. Gabby couldn't sleep. Her mind was reeling with every possibility of what Brayden could be up to, as well as the lies she had to tell to help him with who knows what. Well, he said I could trust him, right? Maybe I'm worrying about nothing. She tried to reassure herself, but it wasn't working. She tossed around and finally decided to get up and catch up on her English essay. Her mom heard the noise and came to check on her. Hey, Gabs, you okay? Yes, Mom. Homework keeping you awake? I guess so. Something else perhaps. I don't know. Some people are just acting strange at school and I can't put my finger on it. Maybe it's just nothing. Maybe, maybe not, but be careful, okay? I always am, you know me, Mom. Yeah, do I not? Gabby, the one that would walk around in bubble wrap if she could? She stifled a laugh and Gabby followed her. True, but I was 8? Yeah, I can't believe how time flies. Her mom, Haley, yawned. Well, good luck and try to get some sleep, yes? I know I need some right now. Good night, Mom, and thanks for checking up on me. Bradley struggled to calm himself. Today was his first big sale and his body was pumping with adrenaline. After figuring out that everyone in the prank group was rich, he also snuffled out that it was because of top-secret missions they do outside of just normal pranks. He called Christopher, the head of the group. Hey, buddy, how are you? Bradley asked as soon as the phone was answered. Did you make the sale? Wow, right down to business, huh? But yay, I did. That's my guy. Was Gabby with you? Yes, she distracted his mom. Be careful. You never know who might rat us out. Christopher, we talked about this. I trust her with my life, and you don't get to say anything about it. His anger was visibly present, even over the phone. All right, relax, bro. I'm just saying. You don't just get to say. Okay. Anyways, congratulations on your 10th, and also biggest sale. You go on like this, and I will have a very cool mission ready just for you. Let's say maybe in a month. Sounds good to me, man. All right, great. See you tomorrow. See ya? Bradley couldn't contain his excitement. At this rate, money would be rolling in like water at the time he was done with school, and that was just a few months away. Which reminded him, yeah, I need to finish my essay. He got on to that, and when it was finally finished, the sun already started creeping above the faraway hills. He yawned. So much for sleep tonight. Just have to push on for yet another day. The day was a blur to Bradley. He tried everything just to get through the day without falling asleep and without raising questions from his teachers. But of course, Gabby saw right through him. Let me guess. Either up all night worrying about whatever it was you did yesterday night, or catching up on English essay. Bradley laughed. The latter, and I don't have to worry about the thing I did yesterday. Gabby, I told you, don't think too much about it. I love having you around, but I won't be able to take you along if you don't trust me. Yeah, it's just, I tend to overthink everything. And about the essay, I was up till 1 a.m. to finish it. Lucky you, I was literally up till sunrise. And no, wait, I guess I still am awake, so till now. Wow, that's crazy, Bradley. No wonder you're so tired. Well, school's out, so go get some sleep. Thanks, I will and again. Thanks for last night, and don't worry, and especially do not tell anyone. Gabby's expression changed. Oh no, you already did, Bradley sighed. Just my mom, and don't worry, I didn't go into specifics. Please, Gabs, no more. She didn't answer anything back but gave him a semi-nod, which satisfied him for the time being, and he went on his way. Gabby decided to keep quiet as much as she could and write down everything memorable in her diary. That way she could at least still get it off her heart. Tuesday, 24th of February, day 1 of trying to keep this a secret. Except for being tired after writing an essay into morning hours, today went quite well. Bradley seemed quite normal, also except for being very tired. Mom was working late tonight, so it was quite easy to keep my distance from her. Wednesday, 25th of February, day 2 of trying to keep this a secret. Bradley asked me to join him on yet another mission. This time, I had to distract the high jump coach so that Bradley could speak to his nephew without him listening. It was fun. I tried out for the sport today. Definitely not for me. Friday, 26th February, day 4 of trying to keep this a secret. I had to run a few errands yesterday and didn't get time to write, but everything went fine. Bradley seemed very distracted, though, and he kept getting defensive if I asked him about it. And so the days went on, and every 2 weeks, there was a specific day that Gabby noted that Bradley was acting weird and that she didn't dare speak much about it. She did go on occasional errands with him, but it was growing wider and wider apart. She did manage to not speak a word about to anyone else, and her mother's face showed concern, but she didn't push. But furthermore, everything is going just fine. Gabby penned these words down before going to sleep on the 31st of July. But I really hope for more than just fine. On the 1st of August, Gabby got a call. It was Bradley. Gabby, I need your help again, and I need it tonight. Bradley, you know I have music practice at 4 and I'm having dinner with my teacher tonight. It's urgent. What is so urgent, Bradley? I can't just run off or jump every time you tell me to. Gabby, just please don't bail on me this time. I won't ask ever again, just one more time. All right, I'll help, but only this once more. Thanks, Gabs. I owe you one big time. I really hope so, Bradley. Thanks. See you at 8? Is that okay? Fine. Thanks. Bradley cut the line and Gabby stared out of her bedroom window. She had a very bad feeling about this, but how could she say no to her best friend? She had to push on. Only one more time. Only one. With those words playing through her mind, she calmed herself enough to get through the day, and at 8 sharp, she climbed into Bradley's truck, and they headed to a mall parking lot. Bradley stopped the car there and turned to Gabby. You ready for this? I guess it depends on what this is. Still nervous, huh? Bradley laughed. Don't be. It will be fun. You get to distract Sheriff Jack tonight. Sheriff Jack, Bradley, what are you up to? Relax, I just want to talk to his son, in private. Why? Why not just go to a coffee shop then? Because Grayson's in jail, okay? Bradley said angrily. Gabby's eyes grew wide. In jail? Why on earth is he in jail, and why do you want to talk to a convicted felon? Because Grayson's in jail, okay? Bradley said angrily. Stop questioning my every move and just do it. He added more softly. Please. Whatever. Let's just get this over with, and remember, if you get us in trouble, I'll stay mad at you forever. Now that's more like the Gabby I know. Thank you. Now, here is the mission. He briefly explained what she needed to do, without giving any details of his mission, except that he needed 10 minutes to talk to the sheriff's son and then 5 men to get back to his car. Then he opened the car door for her, and without another word, they started making their way to the station that was 2 blocks away. Gabby's mind was scrambling for ways to speak to keep the sheriff busy, and before she could decide on one, Bradley touched her shoulder and motioned for her to go on. Bradley, wait, she whispered. What now? What do I tell him? I don't know. Wait, why don't you make up a story about my dad? Tell him you think it wasn't an accident that he died. What? That's a lie. You know I hate telling lies. I know, but I need this time, Gabby. Please? I have an idea. I'll tell you a story you can tell him. Tell him first that you're sorry you didn't report this weeks ago. Tell him you know that Brandon, my dad's death wasn't an accident, but that you saw someone working on his engine 2 hours before the car crash. They won't be able to tell, because the car was too beaten up to really check for something like that. Bradley, that is terrible. You want to get someone else in trouble just because you need a few minutes to talk to the sheriff's son about what? Something illegal, definitely? Otherwise, why couldn't the sheriff monitor the conversation? Gabby, stop it. Look, I just need to confirm some information. Maybe the story I just told you isn't all a lie. What are you saying, Bradley? Your dad's car accident wasn't just an accident. Someone really tampered with his car and you saw it? Not me, Grayson. No, why not just tell the sheriff then? I need to face this man myself, and Grayson is the only guy that can help me with that. So, you're telling me? No, Bradley, no. Gabby, just do it. For a friend. Your best friend, I'll add. No, I can't do this anymore. Especially not if you're getting information of a guy that killed your dad so that you can kill him. Gabby, nobody said anything about a murder. Not from me anyway. I just need the information. And do not tell me it wasn't fun to help me distract others throughout the last few weeks. Learn to live a little. Sunday, August 1st, day 158 of trying to keep this a secret. I ran away today from my mission with Bradley. He told me to watch my back. He's trying to talk to Grayson about the man he saw that tampered with his dad's car. I thought all of this to date was about getting information to do more pranks. Gabby heard hurried footsteps coming up the stairs, and her heart skipped a beat. Why would anyone come up so late in such a hurry? Then she saw it. Her mom swung open the door, and with tears in her eyes, she said in a shaky voice, "Gabby, Bradley is in the hospital. He suffered a gunshot to his back." The rules are simple. Comment what you think can be the best ending to the story. Leave an Instagram handle or email, so we can contact you when you win.